man with stick is carrying full with hip. I was scared of this man as well in 2018. Alright, so what we know is that requisition rate doesn't do anything against his deck. He doesn't have any artifacts or enchantments. Spoils of Adventure is slow. As you know, he has spell pierce. And besides counter spells as well. I don't have any removal. Can I keep this? Or will it be too slow? It's probably worth trying out. I do have some additional time because I do go first. Might be too risky, I'm not sure. We'll have to see. Dolphin? Yep. Okay! There's no worry here. I will immediately Sword to Plowshares this. And then we can wait with Brainstorm, because if he wants to counter this, it's fine with me. I don't have a shuffle effect in my hand, and there's no guarantee that I will draw it either. Now I might actually want to wait one turn. Yes. Okay, it's not necessary. With Tamio meets the Story Circle, I will be able to discard Requisition Rate. Among other things. It is also the reason why, you know, besides already having 4 Micromancer, I don't need Brainstorm as much as you would think. Because it would kind of defeat the purpose of Tamio meets the Story Circle. The second chapter to discard cards. In testing, that is what happened to me. Where I play Brainstorm, I shuffle bad cards away, I'm like, yippee! And then the second chapter hits, and I think, man, I like my entire hand, I don't even want to discard anything. Okay, I can discard that one. Quandrix Campus, and this is fine. Let's try to hit a removal spell. And if I find one, I'm going to shock in or bolt in this Witch Enchanter against Spell Pierce. Ooh, I should have removed the Spoils of Adventure. That's bad. That is bad. Yeah, because this turn I could have played the Quandrix Campus instead. So now what do I do? Well, put these back, at least. Degree of Justice isn't that necessary yet, but it is better than Spoils of Adventure. I'm saying that because I might shuffle it away next turn with Micromancer. But that is to say that I don't crack a clue now. So what I could do is bolt in Witch Enchanter, play Timely Reinforcements. Ooh. But then I hurt myself on purpose. No, it isn't that good. It isn't that good. I'm just going to crack a clue. Because I would only gain 3 life, right? Because of the bolt. Yeah, I don't shuffle away the Spoils of Adventure now, but I still think that this is better. I do need to get rid of this counter spell at some point. However, he isn't able to cast stuff like Play Crabs or Transform Terrormanda yet. So I would rather try to hit my land drops. I could have also played Timely Reinforcements, but this is... yeah, hitting my land drops is very important. Luckily, he doesn't have his land drops. Oh, no, he does. Okay. I hope to draw a counterspell of my own. Ah, there it is. Okay. I do need to hit one more land drop, don't I? And then this turn I can play Timely Reinforcements. Yeah, okay, that's a plan. That works. That works. I can try to fool him with Veil of Summer. The question is, do I want to do that? I can make him think that I have it. So I will do this. And then if he tries to counterspell this, then I will think for a moment and let it resolve. He probably doesn't think that I have it though. The reason for that is because... what was the reason? Oh, now I might get an option to Michelmancer plus Worst Plowshares. I hope that I do. So don't forget he has a counterspell in his hand. But he can't use it. That's good. I do hope that I get another land drop here. Okay, it isn't quite necessary. This Delver will flip because of Brain Surge. So that is one concern. I could even Spoils of Adventure this turn. But then I do need a removal spell. Okay, this costs 8. It costs 5. Currently. It takes all of his mana currently to flip it. He has to flip it if he wants to counter a removal spell. But that is a removal spell that I will have to find. Ooh, wait. I can create a creature. But it doesn't help me either. Against his own Swords to Plowshares. And he does have 6 of them if you count... Oh shit, I have to... No! Fucking! Auto Tapper, I hate you so much. Ah, I hate you so much. It didn't end up mattering, right? It didn't end up mattering. But the game can at least... The game can at least make them think that I have Swords to Plowshares. Ah, that's very annoying. Why would I ever want to keep open this green mana? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. At least he can't flip it, but yeah, it's really stupid. Yeah, okay. I don't get to it anymore. I have no way out of this. Okay. Sideboarding does seem straightforward. I have Windstorm, Veil of Summers. I don't care about any of these cards. And then maybe Stone of Eric. What I don't want is Spoils of Adventure, because he has a couple of spell pierce. It's a 6 mana card. Very expensive. Timely Reinforcements doesn't do much against him. It on its own doesn't trade with the crab. And he has a lot of flying creatures otherwise. So I can cut those for now. Requisition Rate doesn't do anything. It could, of course, put counters on my creatures and blow up Soul Guide Lantern if he deems them necessary. But it likely isn't worth it. What else do I want to do? Stone of Eric might not be that important, because he has insulated himself quite nicely against Graveyard Hate. Right, it does slow him down a little bit, but not by a large margin. Right, he has the Peterramander, Stresser Cruise and Eddie Crab. Those are the cards that care about his graveyard. But it isn't that good of a plan. Maybe I don't want the many Mycomancers. Okay, Wilderness Reclamation isn't that great against him, because once more he has Spell Pierce, that type of stuff. Do I want to Mycomancer? Yes I do. What am I talking about? And once more, Mycomancer doesn't get Spell Pierced, it doesn't get Test of Talented. This is worth trying out. So, what I think that he has brought in, Narset doesn't do much against me. It isn't that good for him either, because he has a lot of creatures. Saheeli is likely here. Saheeli is very frightening. But I do have a way to combat her in... Either I don't have white or I don't have green mana with this hand. What do I think about it then? Do I take the risk and see if I can get the mana that I need? This is very tough, because Veil of Summer is really good against him, of course. I do have the equivalence of 26 lands, if you count Lorien Revealed. It's probably worth trying out. And what I will do, since I don't yet know whether or not I will find green or white mana, is I'll start with the Gate to Sea Tower. Just make my other land drops first. Okay. So that at least is an additional try to get rid of the Delphin. So even if he has another counterspell. Okay, nice. He misses his first flip. That's very nice. Okay. If he plays the Fairy with Flash, Fairy Vandal, I am not going to kill this, because I am afraid of Saheeli. Yes, I need to have the ability to counter a Planeswalker. And if he brainstorms now, that means that he can't play a Planeswalker. I can take this moment to cast Condemn. And I will cast Condemn, for that matter. Mostly because this is a good window to do it. While Swords to Plowshares can still be cast on a later end step, after he hasn't cast the Planeswalker. What will he reveal? Consider. Of course, Consider is the card that he doesn't care whether or not I know about it. That is why he put it on top. Yeah, so here I condemn the Fairy Vandal. Do I condemn the Fairy Vandal? It's the one that is growing the quickest. But it is also the one that is the hardest to kill with Windstorm later on, if I draw it. Yes. So now I really need to find green mana. I hope that he just has Spell Pierce, something like that. No, he doesn't care? Okay. That is green mana. Although it does come tapped for a turn. I might need to... No, I can't wait. Purely because the land comes tapped. So if he has a Planeswalker, I can't play around it. Can I? I can't wait that long. So theoretically, in his end step, I could Island Cycle this, and then play it next turn and still hold open Wash Away. But that would still put me in a very rough spot. I can't do it. I can't do that. Oh yeah, what I wanted to say earlier. Decree of Justice is a good way to kill his Planeswalkers. However, if he gets Saheeli down early, it will be very rough for me to actually get through. Because Saheeli is really good at protecting herself with all of those tokens that she creates. Man, you know, I've seen Pauper content where Delver of Secrets gets played. But it is something else to experience that guy firsthand. He is much more powerful than I thought that he was. You see him, you see legacy players talk about him and Pauper players and whatnot. But yeah, to experience it for yourself is something else. A really powerful card. He is thinking a lot. Well, I wonder if he is. This is probably bad internet, unfortunately. Yeah, look. Likely because you can see that they likely have bad internet from when their cards are not outlined in white. How do we do this? How do we do this now? I am happy to see that he is back at least. So once again, I'm not going to Swords to Plowshares the Delphin. Because I need to hold open the ability to wash away. I will attempt to wash away. No, I won't. I won't. Nope. Nope. So here we Swords to Plowshares this Insectile Aberration. And if this Delver doesn't flip, we are in for the races with Decree of Justice next turn. And we do have Veil of Summer here, which is great because he doesn't have another mana. And we can pay for Spell Pierce. He doesn't have the what's the name of that card? Test of Talents. So now we are in a very, very good spot. Okay, don't flip, don't flip, don't flip. Shit. However, I am able to create 3 1/1s now. If he has a Planeswalker. Or even if he doesn't. So that's great. The question is, does he play the crab this turn? That's probably what he is thinking about. One, two, three. He has 4 instants in his graveyard. The crab costs 3 mana. I will attempt to attack. 1, 2, 3. 1. I will play the Tranquil Cove beforehand, because if he plays the crab, and I play Wash Away, which costs 3 mana, he plays, let's say, Test of Talents, or a counterspell. I play Veil of Summer. I will not be able to pay for Mystical Dispute, so I have to play this first. If he plays a crab, I will attempt to wash away it anyway. Yes, he could have Fairy Dream Thief, that's true. I honestly didn't think about that one. And now we pass back again. Yes. Ooh, he doesn't even play Brainstorm. That's interesting. That said, this insect is a really large clock. But we do not have to worry about a crab or a planeswalker that much anymore. Wilderness Reclamation is one turn too late, actually. Do we Swords to Plowshares the insect now? Then we Veil of Summer. No, first we Veil of Summer, then we Wash Away, then we have 2 mana left. I think that we have to respond. Okay, but do we attack? Is attacking smart here? No. I think that we wait 1 turn with attacking. And then if he casts Brainstorm, we will respond on the Brainstorm to cast Swords to Plowshares. On the insect. I don't want any tracks. He has a counterspell. I respond with Veil of Summer. And now we are very happy once again. I don't care about Brainstorm. And I still have 2 mana open against Spell Pierce. So we are in a very good spot here. And even if he has a, what's it called, Test of Talents, I only have 1 Wash Away in my deck, so I wouldn't care about that either. Another Delver. I will let this one resolve. In his end step I can gate to Sea Tower. Do we care about Brain Surge? I don't think that we do. I would rather try to protect my Wilderness Reclamation here. Yeah, we will seek now. A counterspell. And the Swords to Plowshares. Alright. Really good. We will Swords this immediately. Counterspell. Okay, we can counterspell his counterspell back. And now it's very hard for him to win. I don't care. It's Narset is just a bad cantrip here with 7 of these guys. I don't care about that. Now I think that I will fetch myself 1 one land in a plains. Yes. And let's start scrying. He can't play the crab in response, so this is fine. Counterspell. To insulate myself, I'm not sure if he would do it, right? To kill one of my soldiers. But I'm going to make sure to do that, because I do want to Lorien Revealed this turn. Do I? Yes.
I have reached my limit.
Okay. I do think that I care about Lorien Revealed. Okay, that went much better than I expected. So what do we know? He did bring in Narset, is what we know. He does have an interest in Disenchant. Meaning that if he brought in Disenchant, it might actually be a smart move to remove Wilderness Reclamation in its entirety, I mean. That might be a secret smart move. And then instead bring in some timely reinforcements. Because this card isn't the worst. Since the tokens, even though I can't use them to block most of the time, he does have those pesky planeswalkers. And the life gain is still as relevant as ever. Although, of course, not as important as against red decks. Do I even care about Stone of Eric? I might only want one copy. It didn't do anything here in this match, at least. This round. Yeah, Stone of Eric isn't that great. Okay, let's try this out. Besides, of course, another thing with Wilderness Reclamation is it's another 4 mana non-creature spell that he can just spell pierce. It's also much harder to protect with Veil of Summer. But yeah, those Veil of Summers were very powerful that game. The only thing that I really have to hope is that Madruga doesn't also have a counterspell for Veil of Summer. So here we can just play a tap land. I'm frightened of Narset and Sahili. But does bluffing help me? I can't bluff counterspell anyway. So I'll just play Stone of Herek and get to Sea Tower and call it a day. Well, that is really good news for me. Windstorm deals X damage to each creature with flying. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, put a +1 on this creature. Your second card. So this triggers only once. And it will only get harder to use Windstorm. I can save it. I can save it for when he has 2 flying creatures. But it doesn't seem like it. If he had a Delver in his hand, I suppose that he would play it this turn. If he has another Fairy Vandal, then that will be really good news for me. So yes, either way, I will either respond. Oh, you know what? If he doesn't do anything, then I can just hold it as well. That seems fine. What would he have? Do I cycle the Tranquil Landscape? Yes. I have a Lorien Revealed anyway. Okay, more Veil of Summer. Ooh, more Veil of Summer. That's never bad. So I'm going to get myself another island. Not a forest, I mean. Forest island. It does mean that I can't Windstorm, right? So be it. Ooh, don't have your Planeswalker. I don't care. I will crack my Stone of Eric. Before he finds a Planeswalker, I need to find a counterspell. Unless he already has one now. Why would he do that? If he tries to bait a counterspell, he should know from my list that I don't have any counterspells that I can cast with this mana. Unless he thinks that I brought in Aethergust purely for Saheeli. But I'll do it. I'll do it. I have nothing better to do anyway. I have to try to find... what's the name? Decree of Justice. Oh! I get away with it. Will you look at that? That's insane. Well, we are in a really good spot now. Opponent has not been doing anything. Although, wow, I only have 9 minutes left? Holy shit. Okay, I need to be playing very quick in that case. I need to be playing very quick. Less talking, more playing, Floris. Attack! Attack! Pass the turn! Now, do I need to switch to plowshares? I probably do. No, I'm going to discard a timely reinforcement. Might sound silly. I'm going to do it. Let's take my turn again. Okay, island, that's really good. Pass back. I will just force to plowshares that. Immediately, yes. Let's do this now. If he spell pieces, that's fine. Ooh, 4 Veil of Summer. That's a lot of Veil of Summer. I should have gotten another basic. I have more basic forests in my deck. I forgot about that. Yeah, that was a big mistake. Really big mistake. I will not condemn yet, I think. Because more crabs might be coming. And they are very frightening. So here, let's get ourselves a basic forest. And then I will get to Sea Tower. More counterspell, alright. Land, 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 land. Okay, he plays another Fairy Vandal. I have to island cycle. Oh yeah, I can get a basic island. Okay, that's nice. Let's pass back. Quadruple Veil of Summer is quite insane. If I win a stack fight with these, then it will be very tough for Mr. Opponent. I do have to let Brain Surge resolve. Because I only get to counterspelling, like playing a second counterspell on the same turn on something like a Planeswalker is much more riskier. those things go. Yes. You will attack, I will contend. Here we go. Now, you know, he thinks, I have test of talents, and I say, ha 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 ha. What? What? It doesn't have to be counted? What the fuck? That's I'm a little speechless. I'm a little speechless. A little speechless. What do I do? What do I think about that? That's insane. That's insane. That's insane. That's insane. I didn't know that. Yeah, it doesn't say if it's counted this way. It doesn't say that. For each card exiled from their hand is controls hand and library for any number of cards with the same name. Yeah, Veil of Summer doesn't have to be. The spell doesn't have to be counted. Usually, a card like that says if a spell is counted this way. Oh man. We had a practically unbeatable hand, but I didn't know that line of text. I didn't know it. I didn't know that line of text. Let's brainstorm and see if we can find enough interaction. Okay, so we do have another counterspell here. Let's put these two on top, why not? Do we have a planeswalker now? No, another one. Okay. Let's play this brainstorm immediately. Try to find something. I have the second step anyway, so it's fine. Okay, we can counterspell that. Okay. Ooh. I had no idea. He seems to have a treasure cruise. I will attempt to wash away that. Now he will brainstorm to try and find the counterspell. That was a quick one. Playing around the crab doesn't do anything because the crab can tap 2 creatures when it enters. And we'll see if I have to use the Metamorphic Blast on the Fairy Vandal. It is possible. Or rather, one of the other creatures. I don't get to play around anything though. I need to draw as many cards as quickly as possible. I should have probably just used the Metamorphic Blast, but I can't think straight. I only have 3 minutes left. Okay, Swords to Plowshares is good. Yeah. Okay, what do I want? I want Condemn. I want Swords to Plowshares. And I want Windstorm. Yes. Okay. I don't even know whether or not I still have another basic in my deck. I don't know. I can discard that one. Okay, that's the only one that I'm going to... No, I'm going to discard both of those. Yeah. Okay. Let's start with the timely reinforcements. Green mana does not do much anymore. So this is fine. Now let's draw card number 1. Okay, that's a Windstorm. That is a Windstorm. Okay, so now first we attempt to Swords to Plowshares on this guy. And next turn we could Windstorm. He will do his thing. If he doesn't do anything on his end step, I will crack some clues. That's fine. I don't care. This went from very relaxing, unbeatable match to beatable in an instant. Because of reading one part of a card wrong. One little line of text. And I had 3 of them in my hand. Oh, that's insane. I'm not going to play around the crap. Okay. Counterspell, sure, why not? Let's attack immediately. And pass to his turn. Now we will X equals 4. If he tries to counterspell, I will counterspell back. We might win in time because of our Decree of Justice. We might win in time. What am I talking about? He has 2 3-power creatures. So if my Windstorm doesn't resolve, this Condemn isn't going to do it either. I didn't think about that one. But once more, I don't have time to think. If he did have a counterspell, however, he would have fired it off already, I believe. I hope. I hope that is the case, yes. But he does also have a lot of time to still think about the match. Okay, we have to pay. Okay. Okay! Yes, we are still in it. In this next instant, we can... Next step. We can Decree of Justice. Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7. We can make 7 creatures. Maybe 6 to hold open condemn, just in case. He does seem to have another treasure cruise. However, we don't have to care about crab. Because once more, he isn't able to cast the crab with only 1 blue mana. He could have another Fairy Dream Thief or another Delver. He doesn't. Okay. Okay. Seven. Okay. This is one of the most intense matches that I have played in quite a while. Does he have the crab? Not yet. Oh! Oh my god! Ah! No! I should have grabbed my Veil of Summer first. Well, I didn't shuffle it back though. I didn't. Oh no, I should have played Timely Reinforcements first. I'm going to try to see if I can condemn this Delphin. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. I don't have to care about Spell Pierce. Spell Pierce doesn't do it. Oh no, he brought in Aetherize. I didn't expect him to bring in Aetherize, to be honest. I really did not expect that. Not casting this Timely Reinforcements first might lose me the game. What am I talking about? Many things could lose me the game here. Could have lost me the game. Okay. Going to attack immediately. Not quite immediately though. First I'm going to get rid of this Timely Reinforcements. And now these two Micromancers might... Okay, I'll have to do with this! I'll have to do with this! Oh! Oh! No! I should have counted that! Ah! I'm just so frightened! No! Submit! No! No! Shut up, Saga! Shut up! Oh, no! No! Stop! No! 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 Fuck! Oh! Oh! Oh, my heart is racing so hard. Oh, my heart is... Oh, I'm sweating so hard. I'm pissing my pants. I'm pissing my pants as well.